Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. And I'm just checking in on you. How's it going? As you can hopefully immediately tell, especially after I just pushed that button, I forgot I didn't forget my recording equipment. I'm having a problem with one of the cords. I can't tell if the cord got stepped on and it's fucked up, or the jack to my computer's messed up. But I've learned in life to not force things, because you just make a bad situation a little worse. So I'm just going to have to record this one like this, and maybe Monday, because I'm on the road right now. I'm out here in Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee, home of the Grand Ole Opry and that fucking river that overflows in the evil-looking building downtown. Other than that, wonderful people, great food, and all that type of shit. I'm out here for one day and one day only. I know you guys probably think, well, what the fuck, Bill? You didn't advertise it on your goddamn website. Are you doing a stand-up show? I am not. What I am doing is I'm doing a panel thing for F is for Family with the great Mike Price, co-creator of the show from The Simpsons. We're doing like a live thing where they show an episode and then we answer some questions, hosted by Russell Peters. And it's going to be on XM Sirius. I don't know what channel, of course, because I'm a moron, but that's basically what I'm doing here. And then I go off to Calgary tomorrow morning. Calgary, Edmonton, and then Seattle. So, do I got some stories for you? I hope these levels are okay. I did my best with them. This was my plane ride out to Nashville. So we rode all day, and then I took the red eye out, and the dude who sat next to me on the fucking plane, God bless him, but he's one of these guys, man. If he doesn't turn it around, he's not going to see 50, because he was one of those guys who was abusing his body so bad. Like, I can't, like, when I go to guess his age, he was either like 26 to 28 or like 37. I couldn't tell. But he looked as old as me. He looked like if he was my age, you're like, dude, you got like another 2 years, because if you fucking did that to yourself for close to 48 years, you would be done. This fucking guy, man, holy shit. He put on a display. All right? So, it's late at night, and taking the red eye, like I said, 11 p.m. And I got the aisle, he's got the window, right? And fortunately, my sciatica is almost but gone away. And I've just been, taking it easy. And it's just sort of naturally working itself out while doing all the stretches and all that shit. So anyways, he's got the fucking window seat. And I'm thinking I'm being smart. I did the aisle thing because, all right, if I need to stretch, I can just step out into the aisle and I won't have to step over anybody. Because I fucked up last time I went to St. Louis. I flew Southwest, and I wasn't thinking, and I just went to the window seat. And then I was trapped, on the other side of two other people. So this time I'm thinking I'm being smart. But it turns out my back feels great, and now all I want to do is go to sleep. And this fucking guy, man, holy shit. This guy was like crushing the fucking airport bar. I don't know how many fucking Jack and Cokes this guy drank, but he just kept going. Like, the guy would... He would just go, can I get another one? And then the guy would bring it over, and he'd be like, my dude, thank you, right? For some reason he said, my dude. And then he would just be sucking these things down. And he was one of these fucking guys that was so out of shape. Like, he snored while he was awake. You know what I mean? He did the noises this guy makes, right? So after about, I don't know, like fucking 5 of these things, we're in the flight. I'm starting to nod off. He fucking goes to step over me. Mountain of a man goes to step over me, which of course sort of wakes me up. And he goes into the bathroom, and I notice he's wearing his socks. Fucking animal. This guy is like trying to kill himself from all sides. You know what I mean? Death comes from the mouth, but he's also trying to fucking speed it up. Try to go into the express lane by bringing a little in through the fucking pores of the bottom of his feet. People, it's not your fault that you weren't raised right, but you got to look around in life, okay? You got to do the fucking math. I almost think, what do you think is grosser? to be in your bare feet or in your socks. I know initially the bare feet is worse, but there's something about the socks just absorbing it. And like, the next day, if you put them on again after you took a shower, you still got the fucking shit in, because it's going into your feet no matter what. One of the grossest things. So the entire fucking flight, this guy is just pounding Jack and Cokes. I mean, he must have had like 9 of them on like a, I don't know how long that flight is, like 4 fucking hours. And I'm trying to sleep and I can't get to sleep because, he's a big guy. He's a cool guy. He was trying to step over. At one point I did that Vietnamese gambler squat. And he goes, what are you doing? You praying over there? You all right? And I said, no, I got a sciatic nerve issue. And he goes, oh man, that sucks. So I couldn't get mad at him because he was friendly. But every time he went to step over me, he'd fucking wake me up. And then I'd look and he'd be going into the bathroom just wearing his socks. And it just was driving me fucking nuts. So finally, all I'm thinking is, oh my God, when this fucking mountain of a man goes down, like he is going to snore like, I've never had the displeasure of sleeping next to Terry Saragusa, whatever it's Tony Saragusa, but I imagined he was going to sound like whatever that guy sounds like at like 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, right? But it was the weirdest thing. He was snoring while he was awake, but when he went to sleep, he didn't make a fucking sound. And, he kept dropping his fucking iPhone. He had his shoes off, and just the noises he was trying to make to try to pick it up. It's like, why the fuck would you do that to yourself? These fucking people that treat their own bodies like a rental car, I just don't understand it. It's like, you can't return this fucking thing at the end of the weekend. You got to keep, this is the vessel that's going to bring you around for your fucking life, I should talk the way I fucking booze, but, I still do my jumping jacks, and I do a couple of cartwheels to keep the stomach down, So anyways, the flight fucking ends. My travel is all fucked up for whatever reason. And I'm basically, by the time they booked my hotel, everything was sold out. So I had a hotel for the night, but I couldn't check in until 3 in the afternoon. So I go, so they booked me at another hotel. And the person, the travel person goes, so you got to check in at this hotel, at 5:30 in the morning, and then check out at 12, and then check in for the other places. It is like at 3 p.m. It's like, is that cool? And I'm like, no, it's not cool. Like, do you ever travel? Is that the way you set up your travel? Do you want to switch hotels, in the same fucking city you're staying? But I don't have any choice, so it's going to have to be cool. So I fucking take a cab over there. I get to the place at like fucking 5:30 in the morning. This is like planes, trains, and automobiles, right? I get there and they're like, what's it under? And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, Bill Burr. They're like, yeah, I don't see it. I'm like, William, Rumple fucking Stilsky. We don't get it, right? And the guy keeps going, I'm sorry. I'm like, well, I know it's not your fault. So now it's like fucking 5 in the goddamn morning. I got no place to stay. And he goes, well, the bellhop can take you over to the fucking Waffle House, right? Sorry if I make mic noise here. I got to move this laptop around because I want you to fucking hear this thing. So they go, yeah, I'm sorry if, sorry about that. So now at like fucking 5:20 in the morning, I got no place to stay till 3 in the afternoon. I'm fucking dead tired. I couldn't sleep because old Fatty Cakes over there was drinking the fucking, Jack and Cokes all night, stepping over on me with his fucking piss and shit infested soaked socks. And now they don't have a room for me, and now I'm going to a Waffle House, right? So I get to the fucking Waffle House at fucking 5:45 in the morning, half expecting to see Jay-Z finishing the end of that song, that old fucking thing, go to the Waffle House, then we're going to do it again, or however the fuck it is. Well, I guess he'd be walking out with her, right? The banger, and then kick her out at 7 while Beyonce sings Lemonade in the background. I don't know what the fuck it is that those two do. I don't pretend to know. I'm an old man. Anyways, so I walk in there, a bunch of fucking characters, and I'm bleary-eyed. I'm not even fucking hungry, but I know I can't just sit in there like some sort of vagrant. So I order some eggs and a fucking waffle, and I'm sitting there, and there's this black guy in there wearing a suit, and he's like an anomaly. I don't know how to, he's a black guy, but he isn't funny. It's very rare. It's like an obese Asian. It's very rare that you see like obesity. Just I don't know what food they eat over in Asia, but I mean, whatever they're doing it right with all the vegetables and the stir fries, because those people are in phenomenal shape. And it was kidding who, right? It's very rare you meet a black guy who isn't funny. And this fucking guy is not funny, and he won't shut the fuck up. He keeps telling jokes, and he's laughing at his own fucking jokes. And I want to stab myself with my fucking Waffle House fucking fork. So at one point, he just won't shut up. And then finally, one of the waitresses makes a joke. Well, the other waitress goes, don't be walking up behind me. You don't want to basically fuck with me. And then the lady goes, no. She goes, I don't fight pregnant women. And she wasn't pregnant, okay? But admittedly, it was a decent joke. The unfunny black dude in the suit, high-pitched laugh, stands up, runs out of the Waffle House, goes out to the front and does like a fucking 360 turn. And immediately the fucking, the road-weary comedian in me going like, all right, dude, it was funny. It wasn't that fucking funny. And he comes back in, and then I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with myself? I can't go to sleep. My phone's running out of batteries. I'm charging it there. It was just a fucking nightmare. So I just start calling hotels. They're all fucking booked up. I don't know what's going on here in Nashville. If there's some sort of fucking banjo festival, I have no fucking idea. But there's no way, some Jesus shit, or some, Democratic or Republican convention. I have no fucking idea, but I cannot get a room. So, I'm like, what do I do? So I called in the Opie and Jimmy show. I talked to them for a minute, and then I was just like, what am I doing? So I finally called a cab, and I just went over to the hotel that I was supposed to be at. And they were like, oh yeah, somebody called, said fucking last night if we could get you in. Unfortunately, we cannot, blah, 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 blah. So I at least checked my bags, I felt like a fucking homeless person when I was in the Waffle House with the unfunny black dude, and I had my fucking bags on the inside of myself as I sat in the booth made for two fucking people, but I was sitting there by myself, right? So I got to the hotel, I at least checked in my bags, and they had a fucking, like a couch in the lobby of this place. They go, we're already cleaning a room. And at this point, it's 6:30 in the morning, and I'm like, great. Whenever you can get me in, if I got to pay extra, I just don't give a shit, right? So they say, fine. So I go over, and I just lay down on the couch, put my hat over my eyes, and I just pass out. I'm talking like, I wasn't even trying to be a gentleman. I had both feet up on the fucking couch. I was like, this is my bed. And I'm just sleeping there. And I just keep hearing people as they're waking up, getting on with their day. Like, you want to get some samosas? Oh, I hear they have such great eggs and all this shit. And then at one point, this guy walked by. Those fucking assholes who whistle? I think I tweeted nobody likes a whistler at some point. This fucking guy just came by whistling. It's just some random song. It's not even a fucking song. He's just whistling because that's what the fuck he does. Then I was just zonked out. And then all of a sudden I just feel somebody pushing me once, twice, and I fucking wake up, and then they go, hey, Mr. Burr, your room's ready. I'm like thinking, oh, thank God. And I thought it was like 7:30 in the morning. I looked, it was like 10:15. I've been sleeping there like a bum for like 4 hours. So I finally ended up getting my fucking room. And fortunately, it was one of these rooms that has the great curtains. I was able to close them, and it felt like midnight. And then I just fucking crashed. Woke up, met some friends that I've met along the way on the road, and took a drum lesson. I hate dropping names on this, but like they're one of my favorite bands out there right now. Mute Math is based out of here, and I got some lunch, and Darren King actually gave me a little drum lesson. I still stink, but it was fucking like, I was beyond geeking out that I got to do it. So it was a bad day, and I actually ended up turning it around. And I'll tell you what's funny is, if you notice in the story, I never flipped out. Bear with me. Watch your ears. I got to click and drag this thing over. Just hang on a second. I apologize. Here we go. It's almost over, and it's over. I just realized I have no idea how much time I'm doing here. The fuck does this mean here? 447? 448. 448 what? Millimeters? Is this the metric system? Where the fuck's the timer? How do I tell how much time I'm doing? All right, you're just gonna have to fucking deal with this. I apologize. Anyways, I got this weird thing when like major shit happens, like I don't flip out. Like bigger shit like this, I don't flip out. Little shit bugs me. Like 20 minutes ago, I'm going down in the elevator and we just hit every fucking floor. And every fucking floor is another person coming on, a fucking full-grown adult wearing a name tag around their neck. Like it's their first day of preschool. And everybody knows everybody. Hey, Carl, like the shorts. You wearing those to the meeting? You're crazy, right? Down one more floor, every fucking floor. It's getting more and more packed. And then I have to sit there and listen to office humor, right? I'll tell you right now, if you think every once in a while a random black dude in a suit in a Waffle House isn't funny, wait till you're in a crowded elevator with a bunch of people that sit in cubicles all day. They have their fucking name tags around their necks, listening to their jokes for 8 fucking floors. By the time I got to the 3rd floor, I was fucking livid. I was so fucking angry that the people around me could sense it, that when I went to get off the elevator, even women got out of the way. So I'm not proud of that. But you would think I would have flipped out at the big dude stepping over me. Or I would have thought this anyways. Or I would have flipped out when my room wasn't ready. I would have flipped out, even when I sent the text message to my travel person. I didn't curse. I didn't say that they fucked it up. I know somebody fucked it up, but I've learned in the past to not just slice the head off of the first person. I just went very I don't know what happened, but this is not acceptable. People knew I was coming here for 2 months. I don't understand. I've never had this problem before. This can't happen again. I'm now on my way to a Waffle House at 5:21 in the morning with all of my bags. And I just, what else do you need to fucking say, right? So, anyways, it all ended up working out. And I got some great food out here. And I ended up running into one of the cast members of Nashville, which is my wife's favorite fucking show. Unfortunately, it just got canceled. And I ran into the guy, Charles Eston, and he was the coolest fucking guy ever. I was like, oh my God, my wife loves your show. Is there any way I could get a picture? And he goes, no, put it on video. He goes, watch this. He goes, you do the intro. He was so fucking cool. So I just was like, hey, Nia, I'm in Nashville. I ran into one of the locals, and then it turns and it's his face. And he just goes, hey, Nia, thanks for watching the show. She freaked out, and I got some good points. So thank you to Charles for making my fucking... making my married life a little easier. So there you go. I don't know how much time that took up. According to GarageBand, I'm at 540 something. 540 fucking of these. Oh, they counting the little things. What is that? 540 seconds? Am I really supposed to do that math? Have I not done 10 minutes yet? 600 seconds is 10 minutes. Oh, Jesus. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point.